Well, after months of waiting, the 2023 Big 12 football schedule is out. It includes a Bedlam game in Stillwater.
Well, the Cowboys will also get a shot at all 4 of the conference's new additions. The Sooners will play 3 of them. 2 of those will be on the road. So taking a look at the front half of the OU schedule, there you see at Cincy. It's a little different, John. Iowa State, Red River versus Texas, bye week, and then UCF, Central Florida. And then at Kansas, OK State playing Bedlam week 10, and then against West Virginia and BYU, beautiful Provo.
Late November.
And then the Black Friday game.
That's right.
Yep.
Quick turnaround. OSU's Big 12 slate starts with a road trip to Ames to play Iowa State on September 23rd. After a bye week, it's home for Kansas State on Friday, October 6th, and then Kansas. Then it's off to Morgantown on October 21st. Then the first of the newcomers, Cincinnati in Stillwater on the 28th, and it's Bedlam, as we mentioned, in Stillwater November 4th. Back-to-back road games next at UCF and at Houston before closing out with BYU at Boone Pickens Stadium on November 25th. You know, Dean, it's interesting for OSU, no Texas, no TCU, no Baylor, no Texas Tech. And some suggest that that might hurt recruiting, but I'm not sold on that because those teams, or at least some of them, will be back on the schedule in the next year or two.
You know, John, as I look at the state school schedules, I think OU and OSU have it pretty good. Maybe I've been staring at that SEC schedule too long. Maybe that's it. But I think that both of them have a chance to take advantage of some opportunities and have a good non-conference schedule as well. So far, so good, which means they haven't even gone to spring practice yet. Why don't we check in with Dusty for more on his thoughts?
Yeah, for the Big 12 slate, number 1, Bedlam. Thank goodness we're getting it. Thank you, Big 12, for making this right. At some point, Oklahoma's leaving, and I get it. Bedlam's going to stop happening. But as long as these 2 teams are in the league, Bedlam should happen. Now, what they should have done was put on rivalry week at the end of the year, but I digress. They got the game on the schedule. Thank goodness we get another Bedlam matchup next year in Stillwater. And for Oklahoma State, I think they got to love the draw that they got. I don't love where the bye week is in September again. They got to play 8 straight to close out the season. But when you look at it, you don't play Texas, you don't play TCU, you don't play Texas Tech or Baylor. I think that sets up pretty well for Mike Gundy's bunch. And for Oklahoma, a lot of conspiracy theorists out there, the Big 12 out to get Oklahoma at the end of the year. They got 3 of 4 on the road, with that 3rd road game being in Provo. It's going to be cold, but how good's BYU going to be at the end of the year going through an entire Big 12 slate? In the short week, TCU coming to Norman. Personally, I'm excited about a Black Friday opportunity. I think that's a really action-packed college football day that everybody will be drawn to. And boy, Oklahoma, they got a lot to make up from what happened in Fort Worth a year ago. Hopefully, they're up for the challenge of what should be a big-time matchup on Black Friday.